how one can practice detachment from family and how can we practice compassion towards human suffering. The concept of detachment, I have to admit, that is one of the deepest doctrines in Buddhism. Therefore, it takes varied way of application to our day-to-day life in order to understand the true nature of it. Your feelings towards family are deep and strong, which is common as being a mother of child, being a wife of husband, etc. So, there is no question of asking why these feelings you have got. It's a natural law that everyone possesses such feeling. However, that desire to possess is human willingness, or wanting to cling or to be in that position. The second noble truth says, where is desire, there is suffering. Craving for sensual satisfaction, craving for existence, and craving for non-existence. Similarly, compassion is one of the great virtues which lead being to be noble one. Therefore, concept of bodhisattva got fame. However, compassion alone doesn't work or can't be practiced. It should be practiced alongside of wisdom. Compassion with wisdom only counts in Buddhist concept of compassion. You can't save others while you are in bed. There are hundreds and thousands of children or people in need. It could be because of war, natural disasters, domestic violence, etc. We have sympathy to them all, but we won't be able to help them all. On top of that, we have to be qualified to look after ourselves first before offering hand to others. Compassion that hurts yourself is not true compassion according to Buddhism. However, it is good that you can feel happy and joy after you have helped someone, which is direct result of your wholesome acts. So, the concept of detachment in Buddhism developed from the concept of attachment, which means separation without any violence or damage. Buddha refers this saying that Sarbi, Dhamma, Nalam, Abhinaive Isa Aya, which means all dhammas should not be clung. It is called viraga in Buddhism, which means extinction or cessation of defilements. Therefore, detachment in Buddhism refers to detachment from defilements. Attachment, known as upadana in Buddhism, means grasping or clinging, which is an intensified form of craving. There are 4 kinds of it. Sensuous clinging, which means sensuous desires and pleasures. Clinging to views, we cling on to our views as true and absolute. Clinging to rules and rituals, cling on to rules and rituals, which is suits for us. Clinging to the notion of individual personality. On top of that, all Dhamma here indicates our body and mind, and we clung on to it as we and ours. In conventional reality, you can see that there is I, me, my, but in ultimate reality, there isn't suchness. Therefore, in conventional practice, you have to cling on to the concept of I-ness and possessed as my or myself, which applies to our family and friends as well as all sentient beings. The concept of I, according to Buddhism, combination of 5 aggregates which can be summed up in mind and matter. These, mind and matter, itself is conditioned and subject to change. Whatever things subject to change is, according to Buddhism, is suffering, and whatever things that subject to suffering is not self. So, how can we call our body as I, me and mine? How can we say that this is mine, this is myself, and this is who I am? However, it's not easy concept to be grasped as long as you haven't practiced meditation. If you have practiced meditation, then you could see some of them already, but if you haven't, then it's time for you to start looking at yourself more than other. The more successful in cultivation of mind, the more detachment you achieve, the calmer your mind becomes, the closer you are to the way to detachment. Let me give you some hints before I close this writing. Detachment viraga which means nirada extinction, cessation of defilements. In short, there are 10 types of defilements: greed, hatred, delusion, conceit, wrong view, doubt, sloth, restlessness, shamelessness, lack of moral dread. These are 10 bad things that we should detach from. On the other hand, detachment means to let go, which Buddha says 5 ways of cessations: nirada, vikambana niruddha, extinction by suppression, by way of concentration meditation; tadanga, niruddha, extinction by substitution of opposites; samachida, niruddha, extinction by destruction; tatapas adi, niruddha, extinction by tranquilization; nisarana, niruddha, extinction by getting freed; nibbana. Furthermore, letting go is giving away, discarding, throwing away, and completely detach with it simultaneously. Only anagami, non-returner noble one only could detach all 4 attachments. While we are in this world, our duty is to learn to acknowledge as they truly are, and knowing them with no judgments. If we start judging on sensation, that is beginning of new karma formation, which leads to another existence. Therefore, learn to be here and now, unliving among the hundreds, but living alone is the key to learn detached. I hope this may help you to understand what detachment means, but again, it's just my understanding, and as I gone through with it. As long as I am attached with my views and concept, it may have some extra additions, which may not true. Therefore, please read carefully and grasp the meaning of detachment. If you haven't answered your question, don't hesitate to write to me. May you be happy and peace and achieve great light. Namo Buddhaya.